All right, and a very, very good evening, East Africa. Welcome to yet a brand new and also exciting episode of The Desk, now more than ever. I'm yours truly, Shadrach Shagaf Kisame, and I'm telling you today is going to be one of those that we dive deep into national matters. And the man in the chair, I'm telling you, if you've been on TV, you've watched the news and anything that has to do with the color green, become about defense and the army, the Updf, the wonderful patriotic gentleman in uniform, I know you have seen him talking.
And ladies too.
And ladies, yes. I always say gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies in uniform. I am telling you, Brigadier General Felix Kulaije is here on the show. And we're going to be understanding, what the army does for you as a youth. I'm going to attack it straight to the head. Afande, the people that watch me are youths. And they don't even know what the army does for them. They only say, oh, when we are rioting, you will see army people walking. And that's all they know about it. But I think let's just start from there, Afande, and then we continue.
I will start with the traditional role.
Yes.
And then the contemporary role. Traditionally, the army is about keeping national security, maintaining national integrity. Integrity means the respect of the territories, the territorial surroundings of Uganda.
Right.
Making sure that the country is not invaded by anyone. Number one, that's the traditional role. But two, it also has the duty of protecting the state. And I wish to give that some more time.
There's a difference.
Because there's a difference. Yes, territorial integrity, I'm keeping the external enemy
away.
Okay. But for you to talk about a territory, there must be a state in charge of that territory.
Okay.
All right?
Yes, sir.
It's like having a father in a home. A home that has no father will not be as secure as a home with a father.
Oh, okay.
A home with a father is respected, is feared. A home without a father, anybody walks in.
There's no threat.
Thank you very much. In fact, you said you're Mtekanga.
I'm Kisame.
Kisame, sorry.
Yes.
Your fathers have a saying. Atambula otimpitelire mwenemu. That is walking as if it's like a hyena which has eaten the owner of the home.
Ah, so bragging what?
It's confident nobody will come after it.
Yes.
So mwenemu emulire. Similarly, the army must give the picture, the posture that the country needs to exert respect, to earn respect from the international community. Now, three, the army must contribute to the national economy. The starting point is stability.
Stability, yes.
Stability is the bedrock of economic development. Nobody wants to put his money in an unstable environment
where they are not sure. Yes.
All right. So if you have a stable country, then the policy makers will build a stable economy.
It's not the other way around.
No.
And this is what we think as the youth, by the way.
No. Where do you stand? If this building has no floor, it's a bottomless pit.
Cannot go as
will
high.
You stand in?
No.
So you have to have somewhere to stand before you even think. So for you to think, you must have slept. If you don't sleep, your brain can't work properly.
Yes, sir.
Now, who ensures that you sleep? The security agencies. So the army creates stability. The police maintains it.
Yes. Oh, the army creates stability. The police
maintains it.
Do you want maybe in half a second to maybe the difference between the two? Because for us, we are marrying them.
Prior to 86, there was instability here.
Yeah.
This very road, Nile Avenue, every day as a rule, there was a dead body. And yet, there were soldiers guarding this structure. Radio Uganda. And Uganda Television. Now, Uganda Television was in Nakasero then. But after 86, we said everybody must be free to live in this country. Only go out at your own will, not running away from instability. Now, didn't we have police? We had it.
There, yes.
But police was powerless. against a ruthless rowdy army. Now, you must have an army that understands their role. Create stability. Create peace. It's when people are peaceful that they are able to innovate.
Ah, yes.
So the police comes in to maintain
What the
army has built, what the army has created. Hence you hear maintenance of law and order.
But someone
Must have created
it.
what the police should maintain. And that's the military.
So it's not just color, it's not, I am telling you.
It's not the parade you see in Kololo, very smart. No. Some people must spend sleepless nights for you to innovate such a program.
Right. Afande, before we go for a short break, what is the relationship between the army and the youth? Because we are now outweighing you people in terms of population. We are over 75%.
You haven't reached 75 as yet. You
We
are
are
around
nearly
73, but anyway,
We are nearly there.
the point is made.
Yes.
You are the majority.
We are the majority.
Yes.
What is your focus? What is your projection, to mitigate this as the army?
It's not a problem. The youth bulge, in my view, is an advantage.
We are not a threat.
Not at all. It's how we manage this bulge. Again, mindset.
Yes.
You are saying a huge population of young people, to food. No. We are happy. We are glad. Why? This is labor.
Yes.
The Japanese economy was the second biggest until 20 years ago. What happened? Actually, about 30 years ago.
30 years.
Their population became more and more aged. So you had a small portion
Of young
supporting a big population. Now, this is going to happen in this country unless we change our attitudes. You are a big number, but not working. With a mindset of entitlement. With a mindset of waiting for others to give you. Then you are going to be a burden, and we shall go down like Japan.
Let's go for a break, Afande, but when we come back, there's a question I want to ask you in that regard. Do not go away. It's getting interesting here. I have the man who answers the questions when it comes to the wonderful, patriotic gentlemen and ladies in uniform. Do not go away. I'm coming back. Alright, in case you just joined us, I'm afraid you've missed the very first insightful segment of this very lovely episode of The Desk, where we're talking and establishing the relationship between the army and us, what the army is doing for us, and then also what they intend to do. The man in the chair is the man with the right answers, Brigadier General Felix Kulaije. You've seen him everywhere, but today we have him up close and personal. Afande, the youths, let's just talk about the UPDF. Have you guys prepared us enough to take over you? Are we ready?
And now, you remember I not answered your question.
Yes.
I was answering, you say, you use the word mitigate.
Yes.
Mitigating means there is a problem. And so I wanted first also to dispel that.
There's no mitigation.
It can be a problem if you do not apply the right gears. The right gears means the correct policies and then a correct mindset for those who are receiving the policies as the implementers or as recipients or beneficiaries. But to answer the question directly, rather, the future of the UPDF lies with the youth. You see, an institution is like a human body. It must feed, it must push out. As we age, we retire.
Yes.
I'm about to retire. I need to be replaced. But if the person coming to replace me made of the same material, both physically and mentally.
Because there's a building you've done.
There's a building we have done. But is the building built of the same materials that we are built in? And for me, that's where we must put emphasis. Building the human capital. At policy level, you are looking at education.
Yes.
But as a social scientist, I want to start from the family.
The smallest social unit.
Character formation. Because what forms a society to be formidable is the character of that society. Character of a society is the aggregation, is the summation of the individuals in that society, of the character of the individuals.
Right.
And so, values built in us as children have made us what we are today. That man must work to earn.
You grew up with that spirit.
Man must earn to feed his family. Today, what are we seeing? A young man is saying, "Njagala omukazi akozeeko."
Right.
Njagala omukazi yeekolera. That's not the way we are brought up. It's the man to be a provider, not the woman.
That's not our tradition.
That's not our tradition. So the family values we are brought up with is that the man is a provider. The man is the defender of the home.
Yes.
The man is the builder of character. The mother teaches you habits, norms, do's and don'ts. The father emphasizes.
Because the child is going to do what the father does.
Thank you very much. And it's not learning from the words, the actions, the way you behave. If I beat your mother, you will beat your wife.
Beat my wife, definitely.
Inevitably. My father never beat his wives, because one after the other. When one mistreated me, he sent her away, brought another one. He never beat any, however much they annoyed him.
So you've not seen this? You can't.
So I have never.
Wow.
Even when my daughter is going to enter the senior one, I never touched them. So this is now become women.
Yes.
Adults, I don't touch them. I educate. He taught me that a stick does not break the habit; it breaks the bone.
A stick does not break the habit; it breaks the bone.
You are beating somebody for a bad habit, but you are not breaking the habit. You are breaking the bone.
What breaks the habit?
Teaching, conscientization, and teaching starts from childhood. A scholar said, "Give me children between the age of 0 and 7, and I will give you the future of that society." Any man you see that behaves correctly must have been spanked on his mother's lap.
Yes. Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, socialization of our young people must be done in the family, in schools, and then the bylaws and the laws in society.
These ones are just an add-on.
They are a top-up. The foundation must have been made in the family. And that's why I'm very bitter with the men who abandon their families. Because the head of the family is the man. The Bible is very clear about it.
Yes.
So if the father is absent, the child will miss this father figure. Many of your colleagues who are young have run into sugar daddies.
Yes.
Because they are looking for a father figure.
Many of our sisters here.
Yes. Leave alone the commercial interest. Because if the father was there, he would provide what he can. And she would understand that this is what he can.
Yes. But you end up with, because you're looking for
a father figure.
I find it, talking about, I call it the microwave generation. We're in a generation where we want things so fast. Does that reflect on also the background?
Yes, because you are not taught patience, perseverance, resilience. Challenges come. Do you persevere? Do you know how to persevere? That's why now we are almost going to test tube babies.
Yes.
Because people are not willing to be patient with pregnancy.
They don't want.
You are about to have children made in 2 months like a chicken you are eating now.
Apande,
yes.
These things you're teaching us, is this why the UPDF is successful? Are these the things you're teaching?
Exactly. We have built values. We have a value system called ideology.
Yes, the ideology.
You see, every human being has brains God gave him or her. These brains are built by the environment from childhood all the way. So the environment, you start with the family, then the school, then the community at large, and then the workplace. Even if you are in a market, there are rules there. But even animals, unconscious as they are, they have a leader.
Yes.
Among the hyenas, the female. The elephants, the female. In the lion kingdom, it's the male lion.
Yes.
Is the king. The only animal that lives a lone life is a leopard. Have you ever seen two leopards together?
Not even on National Geographic.
They are not there. Now, unfortunately, today, the microwave generation you are talking about, you have many leopards. Why? Mothers and their sons, the mother is held like a glass that's about to break. Leave my boy. And that's why even when they are married, any decision to be taken, he consults the mother. Stupid. Your mother did her part, brought you up,
You are now a man.
you are now a man, you have another person as a daughter. You can't go to consult your mother about managing your home. She managed hers. And therefore, mothers also, please stop this interfering in your son's home.
It's like they are bored. It's like
No. I have asked, this boy you are pampering, if your husband was pampered, would you have married him? So why are you spoiling somebody's future husband by pampering him? The other day, parents used the example of a panga, and I've used it elsewhere. And consciously, we used it. You know, ideology is very interesting.
Yes.
It makes you think alike. I have used the same analogy elsewhere. When you are sharpening a panga, don't you hear it complain? Why? Tell me, why are you punishing me? You are not punishing it.
You're sharp.
You are making it more useful. In the training, in the military, we go through hardships. And at different levels, the training is different. As a private, you are given a dose to break. They break the civilian in you to build the soldier. Now, the system of breaking is very tough.
Because you've been used to a civilian.
The civilian life of easy go. You walk out anytime you want at university, nobody even asking you where you are going. Now, in the military, you must account. So we must break the civilian in you through rough trading. Because war is a rough game. It's a game of life and death. We can't massage you when you know you are going where you will die. So we must give you the toughness of mind. And therefore, officer training is even tougher than the basic training. Because you are going to be in charge of other people's lives.
You are an officer, there are guys behind you.
So similarly, society must make you a formidable young man that thinks on his feet. Admiring the other gender is natural. Getting into a relationship with the other gender is a natural. It's the right way to go. But are you able to provide for her? Being a man is not just having beards and the other gentleman. There are other things that go with it.
I'm telling you, let me go for a small break, then I come back and stay there. Do not go away, we're definitely coming back. All right, we're still having an interesting time here with Brigadier General Felix Kulaije, the spokesperson for the UPDF. I am telling you, now I know, officially, you know, a time comes and you come to a conclusion. Now I know why the army is very disciplined. Personally, for me, if I'm driving on the road, I'd rather find an army man than finding a police guy.
Why?
I don't know, like those guys listen, you can tell them, they're like, hey, okay, you go.
Yes.
But now I know why those guys, and again, no bad blood with the police, I'm just saying.
Familiar, my friends.
I'm just saying. But now I know why, because you cannot be, you know, privy to this kind of ideology, like Afande called it, and you stay the same person. You know, Afande, we cannot exhaust all this on these 30 minutes of the desk.
No.
But I want to talk about, we've not had wars, you know, even the ADF has, you know, that has slowly faded away. We do not have these people on duty all the time. And I want to pick from something I picked the recently thing you organized in memory of General Aronda Nyakairima.
Right.
And you were saying that these people, and I think the CDF or someone talking, because I attended the second day. And they were saying these people are not always on duty. So if you're not always on duty, what is the army going to do? And now we've seen you give birth to NEC. We've seen you give birth to, I don't know, Luwero Industries, a lot of things. Let's just talk about that positioning with the army and then the other services that the army can do other than fight.
Traditionally, the army fights. When there's no war, they are in training. Now, NRA, now UPDF added the third dimension, productive. And so in the formulation of the 1995 Constitution, Article 209 provides, prescribes that the army must be productive. We must not be fully dependent on the national economy all the time, on the treasury rather. We must contribute to the treasury also. So, we began with the NEC long time ago, but didn't perform very well. At some point, actually, it collapsed. But again, resilience.
This is something you learned in your training.
Tenacity.
Yes, tenacity. Kulemera ko.
When you have an objective, you must go for it. You need to look to watch a movie called Bridge Too Far.
Bridge Too Far.
Yes, it's a Second World War movie. The British Army was wanted to capture Stony Bridge, and they were very near it, just where crossing towers is, but they could not cross it. Hence, Bridge Too Far, because the Germans were raining bombs whenever you try to go. So even for us, our goals may be seen to be too far. But when you have a focused leadership, when you have a resilient leadership, you will achieve, it doesn't take matter how long. 3, a leadership that has the wisdom to know what to start with. Human nature goes for easy things first.
We prefer those easy ones.
Now, easy things are not sustainable. They don't last long. That's why cheap things are always expensive.
Expensive in the long run, yes.
They get damaged very shortly and you're going back. But if one bought a Mercedes Benz, expensive as it is, the first time you go to the garage after buying will be at least 7 years before you go to the garage with the Mercedes Benz.
Now our Toyotas.
So similarly, for us, we went for the first things first. Build the capacity to defend the country.
Build capacity
to defend the country. So pay was too low for a long time. First, we had no pay. Even when it was introduced, it was
there was no pay.
Yes.
So people were suffering for nothing.
No, for the country. They were not suffering for nothing. They were suffering for the country.
But did the public know it?
No.
Does the public know that these men and women were having no pay?
Many don't know. Salaries were introduced in 1987.
So before that?
Before that, there was no pay. I was a student in Makere in 87. I used to go to the public house, now Bulange. That's where the defense headquarters was. And my lunch was a tampeko of water. Not mineral water, tampeko, because we didn't have water manufacturing in the country. We would boil rainwater or whatever we had fetched, put in a pot.
And you probably walked?
I walked from Livingston Hall to Bulange and walked back in the evening.
With just that one cup?
With just one cup as my lunch. So I would have dinner at the university in my hall of residence.
So much sacrifice.
Because we were looking at the future. You see, back the theory of the mustard seed. It must die in order to produce a big tree.
Yes.
You plant one seed of maize, you have a cobs, not even one cob. So similarly, for us to have a better Uganda, a beautiful Uganda, a Uganda that everyone wants to lead, some people had to pay the sacrifice.
That now all of us want to give me the driving seat.
Oh yes, everybody wants to be a driving seat. And you know, it looks so simple and easy.
Because someone has made it flowery. Oh, I had never seen it.
So we celebrated General Ronda in that concept. That because of sacrifices of people like General Ronda, we are able to manufacture these things you are seeing from National Enterprise Corporation. We are able to have farms that can give you such a cows in our farms. We are producing agriculture, we, UPDF, through our chieftains of production and welfare. And we are feeding ourselves. Some people have to sacrifice in terms of time, in terms of their energy. The man who was celebrating General Ronda never slept. Never. The president himself, I was his bodyguard in my first years of service.
You were the bodyguard to the president?
Yes. I was his close escort. And never did I see this man go to bed before 1 a.m. Yet by 5, his office was having light. So as a result, I don't rest. I learned from the best. My family has been asking me, but you are getting old, you don't give yourself time. I said, the time for us is longer.
It is longer.
The other side, it's forever. So as long as I'm here, I will do God's work until he calls me to rest.
And for us, we want to wake
but
up.
But you want to wake up at midday, you slept late watching Chelsea, Man U,
or even Arsenal, or even drinking.
Drinking.
Yes.
This country, music starts on Thursday.
Yes.
Drinking starts Thursday to Sunday.
To Sunday.
In fact, the worst time to drive is Sunday morning.
Yes, because people are
drunk and are returning home.
When you're waking up, you're like, let Don find me in the office.
I was coming from a radio station one Sunday morning. Somebody almost knocked me. Now, on a serious note, the microwave generation needs to sober up. Allow me to use that word.
Yes.
The world we live in is not a friend. The world we live in does not pamper.
It's rough.
It's rough. The reason why our parents were rough with us was to prepare us
for a rough
world. You would hear a parent say, "Mwana wange sisi nyangu."
Yes.
The world is not easy. No, but for us, we want to think everything is easy. Sorry. I was with middle class families. I don't want my child to suffer like I suffered. Oh,
what should we do? I wouldn't want that. Me, I went to UPE, thanks to you people, but I don't want my child to go to UPE.
But who is supposed to make UPE perform better? Who? When you are dying in the Mediterranean crossing to Europe to go for Cheyo, to go and clean old men and women, when you are running away from natural resources here, who will build this country to become what the other ones have become? By the way, does it ever occur to you that the United States has over 40 million people living below poverty line?
Yes.
So why do they hate their people? Why should they easily give you a job when they have theirs who are unemployed?
And then you go and live like something else, not treasured nothing.
You are a piece of rubbish. I don't want to use their word.
Yes.
The other day, I'm glad Trump said you eat the cats, their pets. I'm telling you why I'm glad. I want you to get annoyed, to stop going there.
Stop going there so you can come back.
I remember I annoyed an immigration officer. He asked me, how long are you here? I said, as soon as the conference ends, I'm back to my country. I'm not dying to stay here. He subjected me to search.
Like this African proud man.
Yes. But that's the truth. So, you don't want to suffer. But there's nothing that is easy. I don't know, was it Rutaya who sang Easy Come, Easy Go?
Easy Go, yes.
Yes. Money that you have earned easily. Those guys you will see, our brothers and sisters who are in USA, they sleep 1 to 2 hours.
Yes. The
now,
shifts are
yes. Why don't you want to do the same here so to make your life better?
Here you just want to sleep the entire night, the entire day. And
you are living with resources. I'm joining the appeal to save Ndere Center. That gentleman found a bush where Ndere is now.
Yes.
And for him, the first day he told us he had a show for only one person, the guest of honor and his wife. Now thousands throng Ndere Center. We must save it because it's the only area I'm seeing our culture preserved.
Yes.
We must save that man. Not actually that man, but that center. For the good of our culture and customs. So, my young people, we love you.
Okay.
In fact, since we love you, you must endure some pain. I use the analogy of a quinine tablet. Is it delicious?
No.
It's extremely bitter.
Yes.
But if you have malaria and you want it to get cured, you must swallow the quinine. Yes. Matters worse if the quinine has not been sufficient, an injection will be introduced. Is an injection sweet?
More painful.
So development is like treating malaria. We must endure pain to build a better future. Yes, you can afford to be clean and smart now. We who have made you, were we that smart? The answer is no. There was an investment. So we must accept that at whatever stage you have found the journey for development, you join the struggle. Now it's similar in a struggle where you are making the dollars out of demonstrating on the street. Because there are people who have earned in that.
It's unemployment.
Others losing their lives notwithstanding.
Yes.
And that's what pains me. Using others for selfish ends. Because for us, we joined the struggle, we understood. I was beaten by a soldier at the age of 14. I had to make sure that soldier doesn't continue putting on the uniform. And so not by just cursing him. No.
Doing something about
Do something about it. So our schools, you are a product of UPE. Aren't you speaking good English?
I am.
Then, by the way, 1 year I remember the best person in senior 4 mathematics was from Karungu, a UPE school. So it's not never connect. No. The difference, we always think government is the other person.
Government is us.
It's us, it's you and I.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So until we value, we view government in that angle, whatever government introduces will be wasted.
I'm telling you, Afando, we can never exhaust this in the 30 minutes that we have.
I will come back when you want.
Yes, we need to do this because we've not really exhausted. There's so much that we need to do, and I love the discussion and the direction we've taken. But for tonight, in maybe just a minute or half a minute, what are your last words to a youth who is watching you and they think government is to blame?
First and foremost, as a youth, your strength is your physique. The next strength is your brain. Actually, the starting is your brain. Next is your physical capabilities. What are you doing using your brain, using your hands? The reason why we have 2 hands and only 1 mouth is to work harder but eat less. And that's why even the exit is 1. So if you overeat, there will be blockage, constipation.
Yes.
So where you are, there are opportunities. Take your mind to identify them. Lastly, government's role is to make you secure, give you infrastructure, roads, ensure you are healthy facilities. Although our brothers and sisters are stealing the drugs.
And people think it's government, but who is government?
But who is government? Drugs have been brought in the health center. You have a whole LC structure. Do you know how many leaders are in each district? Padre district is one of my bosses, General Kavuma, did a study. At the time, it had 195,000 people as a whole district, but leaders were 44,000. So meaning every 5 people in a Padre, 4 were leaders. Why are we poor? God bless you.
I am telling you, this man, I'm telling you, the wisdom that is there is a reflection of what is happening in the UPDF. I was telling people the other day that I think I should go for training because
Come.
I think I should, because there's something that these people have that maybe if I had it, I would be a much better Ugandan. But for tonight, we want to say good night, good luck, adios, may God bless this beautiful Uganda. Until next week, for God and my country, ciao.